Today was a really significant day for us at the Creative City Project and IMMERSE. Well, first of all, it's significant because we're 1 month out from our 2017 event, October 21st in downtown Orlando. So if you haven't reserved your tickets yet, do it. But we had a presentation to the Orange County Arts and Cultural Affairs Blockbuster Committee. The very first time I went and presented to them, it was in 2014. The fund, the Blockbuster Fund, meant to infuse funding into an arts and cultural event that will draw 100,000 people from across the world, across the country, had just been created in 2014. And we were at the very fledgling stages of anything formal with Creative City Project and our annual event. And went and presented to a room who were at that time complete strangers. People I didn't know, and it was the first time actually I had kind of been in that room with those people. And they said no to our funding request, which that year was $40,000. Here we are 3 years later. Last August we were going to present, but because of some scheduling issues, we ended up not doing it, and it was like frustrating because I was so ready, and so it got rescheduled for today. And so went in this morning and made a presentation to the Blockbuster Committee, and their vision is to infuse somewhere close to $1 million into an event that will draw 100,000 artists and attendees from around the world. And so we pitched IMMERSE 2020, a 4-day event with 100,000 people at it, with some of the best performing and installation artists from around the world alongside of the artists who call Central Florida home. And gave them about a 15 or 20 minute presentation around the 4 values that they have, the 4 kind of guiding principles that they've decided upon around attendance and financial feasibility, collaboration. And it was really amazing to start that presentation this morning and look around the room, and there were the 5 or 6 board members, and then about 25 people who are people that we've interacted with over the last several years. People from our board, our staff members, Jake and Melissa and Josh, and some that we missed. Arts partners, from artists that are just starting their career all the way up to some of our biggest arts organizations here in Central Florida. Community partners, our production company that we have a relationship with who does all of our production. It's just so many people. And just at the beginning of that presentation, to look around and see the relationships that we've built over the last 5 years of putting this thing together. And those board members no longer being complete strangers, but being people that I've seen at those meetings and that I see around town at arts events, and knowing that every single person in that room cares about not only what we're doing, but this city and Orange County and our state, and really creating meaningful experiences in the role that Creative City Project and our annual event IMMERSE have come to play in that process in the lives of all of these people. And they were just a small representation of literally the thousands of people who make our annual event possible, not to mention the 25 to 30,000 people who will just be showing up to enjoy it and participate in it this year, who are just as important as the people who, give us money or are performing on stage. Like, the whole ethos of this thing is community and connection. And at the end of my presentation today, I remembered a moment from a panel that I was speaking on for the American Institute of Graphic Artists. And the moderator, the last question he asked was, when do you give up hope? Like, when do you quit? When do you quit trying to do all this stuff? And immediately I just got emotional because I knew the answer. And the answer for me was, I quit when I no longer have hope. Hope that the things that I'm doing are going to make a difference. Hope that the things that we're doing together as the Creative City Project are going to transform our city. But I have a lot of hope. And I think today it was seeing the hope that I have because a lot of people care about what we're doing, and not only care about it, give of themselves to make it happen. So we got approved today for the first of 3 years of funding. We made a total request of $1.4 million to be distributed over 3 years, $200,000 in 2018, $400,000 in 2019, and $800,000 in 2020 for us to truly make IMMERSE a 4-day destination amazing performing and interactive arts experience. So we got approval today for that first 200,000. We'll go back and do another presentation and give everybody an update for the 2019 funding and the 2020 funding. But there's a lot of momentum and excitement and hope that all 3 of those years will come through just as we all expect them to. So thanks for your support along the way. Appreciate you so. See ya. Oh no, my text messages just came up.